careful. They are setting up a meeting to discuss your. My dear child, if you believe in angels, start this video and watch it completely. Angel says, this is not a small matter, and Archangel Michael has been commanded to step in and contact you now because something very serious has reached the heavens concerning you. Michael says, this is very serious. Do not ignore this. Be careful, because there are people who are gathering in secret, and they are setting up a meeting to discuss your removal. They want to strip you of what belongs to you, to cancel your voice, to silence your presence, and to erase the influence God Himself placed upon you. But before their meeting even begins, heaven has already written a counter-meeting. The angels are sitting in council, and Archangel Michael has been ordered to break protocol and come directly to you to warn you before it is too late. This is not an ordinary warning. This is not something you can just close and forget. This is life-altering, time-sensitive, and divinely urgent. Archangel Michael says, child of God, you must not ignore this. You must open your spirit, because this is very serious. For months, there have been whispers behind your back. For weeks, things have been stirred in secret places. And in this very hour, a group of people is planning, strategizing, and putting together a meeting with one purpose, to remove you, to push you out, to take what is yours, and to convince others that you are unworthy of the place God gave you. God says, do not panic, because nothing formed against you shall prosper. Yet at the same time, you must not take this lightly. This is why Archangel Michael has spoken to you so urgently. Heaven doesn't shout unless something dangerous is unfolding. You have been marked by destiny, and that means enemies will gather. But here is what the Spirit of the Lord says. Their meeting will fall apart before it even begins, for my presence will not allow them to carry out their plan against you. You may feel the pressure. You may sense the heaviness. You may have been feeling unusual tension or sudden waves of fear. That is because your spirit is already picking up on what they are plotting. You thought it was just anxiety. You thought maybe you were overthinking. But no, your inner man was catching the vibrations of their plans. Heaven is now confirming that what you felt was not imagination, it was discernment. Listen closely, because the exposure has already begun. God says, I will expose the conversations. I will expose the notes. I will expose the text messages. I will expose the looks they gave one another. I will reveal the secret alliances they tried to form. For the enemy always believes he is wise in hiding, but he forgets that the eyes of the Lord run to and fro across the earth. Nothing escapes God's sight. Nothing is hidden from His view. This meeting to discuss your removal is not just about you, it is about your assignment, your calling, and the light you carry. The enemy hates that you have been chosen. He hates that despite everything you went through, you still have not bowed, you still have not surrendered your soul to darkness. You kept believing. You kept praying. You kept pushing through. And so now they are planning the removal. But God says, how can they remove what I established? How can they cancel what I created? How can they silence what I anointed? They cannot, and they will not. Archangel Michael is standing at your side right now. His sword is drawn. He is not just watching. He is prepared to strike down the arrows before they even reach you. Michael says, "Be careful, because they are trying to corner you, but you must not be afraid, for I stand here to defend you." This is why your spirit has felt restless. Because heaven has been moving pieces in the background. Every angel under Michael's command has been dispatched to surround your life, your home, your name, and your future. They may meet. They may talk. They may whisper. They may plot. But by the time their plans are laid out, the Spirit of God will scatter them like dust in the wind. They will turn on one another. They will lose their unity. They will forget their words. Confusion will strike their tongues. Their notes will be misplaced. Their alliances will break. For God is not allowing them to prosper. God says, "You must trust me in this hour." Do not act out of fear. Do not rush. Do not try to fight this in your own strength. For the battle is not yours, it is mine. Heaven's decree has already been written. Your removal is impossible, because your position is not man-made. The place you stand in is not because of human approval. You stand because God Himself placed you there. And if God placed you, no human counsel, no secret meeting, no gathering of jealous spirits can undo it. But still, the warning comes to you because you must stay alert. The enemy wants to lure you into distractions, arguments, and panic. But the Lord says, "Stay quiet in the natural and loud in the spirit. Pray more. Call on me more. Trust my angels more. For they are gathering, yes, but so is my army. They are writing plans, yes, but so is my hand writing over their plans. They are discussing your removal, yes, but I am announcing your promotion." This is why the atmosphere around you has felt different. This is why even your dreams have been strange. God was already whispering to you, preparing you for this message. You may have seen shadows. You may have heard voices. You may have felt heaviness. Those were signs. The enemy was already sending signals of his intent. But God is faster. God is greater. And that is why you are being told now. Archangel Michael says again, "This is very serious. I contacted you because it is urgent. Do not ignore this. Do not ignore your spirit. Do not ignore the dreams. Do not ignore the heaviness. Do not ignore the sudden shifts in people around you. God is pointing them out. Some who smile at you are part of the meeting against you. Some who pretend to support you are secretly waiting for your downfall. But God says, "I will reveal their faces. I will show you their hearts. I will not allow you to stay in blindness any longer." Finally, understand this. God is not exposing this to frighten you, but to strengthen you. When exposure comes, it is always to free you, to give you clarity, to deliver you from false attachments, to remind you that you are not alone, you are not powerless, and you are not forgotten. The meeting they are setting up will not succeed. They may begin, but God will interrupt. They may gather, but God will scatter. They may speak, but their words will fall to the ground, empty, useless, ineffective. You are safe in His hands. You are hidden under His wings. You are protected by angelic fire. Michael has sworn by God's command that nothing will touch you. You must only believe. This is the moment heaven needed you to read. This is why the words reach you now. Because the meeting is real, the plan is real, but God's protection is greater. They will not remove you. Instead, they will watch you rise. And when they try to explain, they will have no words, because God Himself will have spoken for you. God says this is not ordinary, and you are not reading these words by accident. Nothing about this message is random. Nothing about this moment is casual. Heaven has chosen this exact second to reach you because there is a meeting already being planned in secret, and Archangel Michael says this is very serious. He says, I contact you because you must know the truth. Don't ignore this. Don't dismiss the urgency. They are setting up a meeting to discuss your removal. They are whispering behind closed doors about taking from you what God Himself gave. But God will not be silent. God will not allow what He anointed to be ripped from your hands. The warning comes not to frighten you but to awaken you. This is your divine alert, your urgent notification from the throne of heaven itself. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. God says, my child, you have been feeling a heaviness in your spirit. You sensed betrayal but could not place it. You noticed strange shifts in people you trusted and you doubted yourself. You thought maybe it was just your imagination. But it was not your imagination. It was your spirit trying to warn you. The truth is they are plotting. They are gathering in hidden places to discuss removing your voice, your position, your influence. They don't want you to rise. They don't want you to shine. They don't want you to receive the blessing that is already marked with your name. And yet their plots will fail because I, the Lord, have already stepped in. But you must be aware. You must be careful. You must open your eyes and see who is truly standing with you and who is standing against you. Archangel Michael says he has been guarding you fiercely. He has drawn his sword more than once this month because the warfare against you intensified when you didn't even realize it. At night while you slept, accusations were being made against you in the unseen realm. They spoke your name with envy. They discussed your downfall with delight. They thought their whispers were hidden, but heaven recorded every word. Nothing is hidden from the one who sees in secret. Nothing escapes my eyes, says the Lord. And now, I am showing you because the time for pretending is over. The time for masks is over. The time for deception is over. This meeting they are setting up is not just about casual conversation. It is designed to plant seeds of doubt in others about you. It is designed to create division. It is designed to remove you from where you have been called to stand. They want to silence your influence. They want to erase your authority. They want to shift favor away from you and onto themselves. And yet, they forget one thing. Favor does not come from man, it comes from God. Anointing does not come from meetings, it comes from the throne. And I, the Lord your God, have said you are chosen. What I open, no man can shut. What I bless, no man can curse. What I ordain, no meeting can undo. Do you feel the urgency now? Do you sense why Archangel Michael said this is very serious? This is not something to brush off. This is not something to delay. Heaven itself interrupted your day to tell you this truth. Because you have been too humble in thinking nothing serious could be happening behind your back. But God says, yes, there is a plan, and yes, it is serious. But I also say, I am in control. You are not alone. The heavenly armies are already positioned around you. The trap they are setting will catch them, not you. The net they weave will ensnare their own feet. The meeting they call will expose their hearts. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Yes, the one you never expected, the one who smiled at you and pretended to support you. She is at the center of this scheme. She is stirring the room. She is pressing others to join in the conversation against you. She is painting herself as righteous, but her heart is full of envy. She resents your progress. She resents your favor. She resents your courage. And so she whispers, and so she stirs, and so she pushes the agenda of your removal. But the exposure is here. God says, I will not let her succeed. I will not let her carry out what she planned in the shadows. I will shine a light so bright on her motives that even those who listen to her will turn away. Child, you have prayed for clarity, and this is the answer. The uneasiness you felt was not random. The heaviness in your chest was not anxiety, it was discernment. I, the Lord, was stirring your spirit to prepare you for this revelation. You asked me to show you the truth. I am showing you now. Be careful whom you share your heart with. Be careful whom you confide in. Not every hand extended toward you is clean. Not every smile is sincere. Some are only smiling because they think they are close enough to strike. But I will not let them touch what is mine. You are mine. You are chosen. You are protected. Michael says he stood beside you when they mentioned your name. He heard every word. He drew his sword in anger because he could not believe the boldness of their plan. But God restrained him because God said, wait. Let the plan reach its fullness, then I will expose them. Sometimes I allow the enemy to speak louder so that their downfall becomes more visible. Sometimes I allow the plans to be revealed so that even the blind can see who is truly against you. This is not to scare you. This is to confirm what your heart already knew but your mind could not accept. Do not be afraid. Fear is what they want. But fear has no power here. Do not let anxiety consume you. That is what the enemy desires. Instead, stand still. Stand firm. Stand strong. Once the exposure is not your job, it is mine. Your job is to listen. Your job is to trust. Your job is to remain faithful in prayer. Your job is to guard your heart. And while you do that, I will do the rest. I will shake the very ground beneath their meeting. I will cause their words to turn against themselves. I will let confusion enter their camp. They will begin to mistrust each other. They will begin to reveal their own agendas. And what they meant for your removal will become their downfall. God says you will not be removed. You will be promoted. You will not be silenced. Your voice will grow stronger. You will not be erased. You will be elevated. Because my hand is on you and my favor cannot be voted out. They can discuss your removal all they want. And while they talk, I prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies. While they whisper, I am shouting your name into the ears of those who matter. While they plan your fall, I am planning your rise. They will watch helpless as the very thing they tried to steal is doubled in your hands. And you wonder why this urgency was delivered. You wonder why Michael said don't ignore this. Because your next season is too critical. You are stepping into a breakthrough too big to be delayed. This exposure is necessary so you do not carry the wrong people with you into the promise. You cannot afford to let them sit in your circle. You cannot afford to let them poison your blessing. You cannot afford to be blind another moment. That's why heaven has pressed this into your hands with such force. Child, there are only a few minutes left before their meeting begins. And I need you to hear this clearly. You are not helpless. You are not weak. You are not at their mercy. You are under my covering. So when they gather, pray. When they whisper, worship. When they accuse, stand in silence. For I, the Lord, will fight for you. The truth will roar like thunder. The light will shatter the darkness. And every plot will be revealed. Finally, God is exposing this woman and you will see her motives come into the open. Do not weep for her downfall. Do not rejoice in it either. Just stand still and know that I am God. She chose envy over love. She chose deception over honesty. She chose her own ambition over divine order. And for that, she will reap what she sowed. But you, my child, you will rise. You will shine. You will testify that when they set a meeting against you, heaven set a table for you. And no man, no woman, no whisper, no scheme could stop what God ordained. And when it is finished, when the exposure is complete, you will understand why this message came. You will see why the urgency was pressed into your spirit. Because I never warn without reason. I never expose without purpose. And the purpose of this revelation is to protect you, to strengthen you, to remind you that you are never alone. Michael has not left your side. The armies of heaven still surround you. And I, the Lord your God, am still on the throne. So be at peace, child. The meeting is forming, but the outcome is already written. They plot removal, but I have decreed elevation. They whisper lies, but I speak truth. They prepare to cast you down, but I am lifting you up. And no power in heaven or on earth can reverse what I have spoken over our life. My beloved child, I come to you with urgency in this moment because heaven has pressed this message upon you and there is no accident in the fact that your eyes have landed here. God says you are being called to attention because something is unfolding around you, something that was meant to remain hidden, but divine light has chosen to shine upon it. Archangel Michael himself, the defender of truth and the mighty warrior of heaven, is standing before you right now, commanding you to hear, to open and to embrace what is being revealed. He says, I order you to open this right now. Do not delay, do not turn away, and above all, do not tell anyone. This is for you alone. God says, a trap has been set against you, but you are not to tremble because the hand of heaven has already moved to scatter it. The enemy thought they could weave lies, manipulate circumstances, and bind your future in chains, but what they did not realize is that you are not walking alone. God's Spirit is surrounding you, shielding you, and preparing you. Archangel Michael's sword is drawn, and he has already cut through the cords of deception that were meant to entangle you. Heaven wants you to understand that the warning is not to cause you fear, but to prepare your spirit so you may stand steady in faith. My child, the trap was hidden in plain sight. Someone around you, someone who pretends to smile at you, has been speaking against you in secret. They thought their whispers would never reach your ears, but heaven has heard every word. God says He is exposing this, not because you need to fight with flesh and blood, but because you must know who is aligned with truth and who is aligned with darkness. Do not confront with anger. Do not descend into bitterness. Really pray and stand firm because God is already removing the snare. What they plan will reverse. The net they set for you will catch their own feet. Archangel Michael says, Child of light, heaven has been guarding your steps more closely than you realize. At night when you slept, the enemy prowled, hoping to plant confusion, hoping to place fear, hoping to close doors that God Himself had opened for you. But I was commanded by the Most High to stand at your doorway. I did not sleep. I did not blink. I saw the shadow creeping and I struck it down. The very fact that you are receiving this message right now is proof that you have been preserved by divine hand. God says, do not tell anyone about this. This message is between you and me. If you speak it to the wrong ears, they will try to twist it, they will try to mock it, they will try to confuse you. But I am not a God of confusion. I am a God of clarity and truth. I am telling you this so that your faith may be strengthened and your steps may be firm. Trust in me. Pray to me. Do not waver. Beloved, you may have felt heaviness lately, like something unseen has been pressing down on your spirit. Fa sensei sensei sa negation sensei negation a ring, making it hard to move forward with peace. That weight was not your imagination. It was the residue of the trap that was prepared. But today God is lifting it. Today you are being loosed. Today the chains are breaking even if you cannot yet see them with your physical eyes. Your spirit already knows it. Fa sensei sensei sa negation sensei negation a ring. That is why you feel this stirring as you read. The Spirit of God is confirming it within you right now. Listen carefully, because heaven is sending you instructions. Do not rush into every opportunity that is placed before you in the coming days. There is one that looks bright, but it carries darkness beneath. Pray before you step. Ask God to filter the paths. Do not rely on your own understanding, but acknowledge him and he will direct you away from the snare. You will not be tricked. You will not be destroyed. You will not lose what is yours, because heaven is guarding you. Archangel Michael says, this is not a time for you to fear. This is a time for you to awaken. The enemy has already been exposed. Do not waste energy worrying about who plotted what. Instead, pour your heart into prayer, because prayer is the key that locks the door to every trap. Lift up your voice even when it shakes, for heaven listens when you speak. God says, rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. I have carried you through storms before and I will carry you through this one. You think sometimes that you are alone, but I am closer to you than your own breath. Even now my presence surrounds you. I go before you, I walk beside you, and I guard behind you. The arrows aim that you will fall harmlessly to the ground. The truth is, beloved, the trap was never about destroying you physically. It was about trying to break your spirit, trying to make you doubt yourself, trying to separate you from the light of faith. But it will not succeed, because your heart is stronger than you know. Your faith has been tested before, and each time you emerged refined like gold. God says this test will not consume you. It will only prove again that His hand is upon you. You must hear this clearly. What was meant to harm you will turn into a testimony. The very thing they tried to use against you will become the evidence of how God protected you. People will look at your life and they will wonder how you survived what was meant to destroy you. And you will say, it was not me. It was God. Archangel Michael leans close in this moment and says, take this message seriously, child of God. This is not a coincidence. You are being given foreknowledge so you may stand in wisdom and not in ignorance. The trap is exposed. Do not fear. Do not tell anyone. Simply trust. Heaven has already decreed your safety. God says, the plans of the wicked are like shadows. They disappear in the light. And I am sending my light into your situation. I am revealing so that you may not stumble. Trust me. Call upon me. I will show you great and mighty things you do not yet know. So lift your head, beloved. Do not bow under the weight of fear. The storm may roar, but it cannot consume you. The trap may be set, but it cannot catch you. The enemy may whisper, but their voice cannot silence the truth of God. You are chosen. You are protected. You are safe. You are loved. And God says finally, you will see my hand in this. The snare will break before it touches you. You will not even smell like smoke from the fire they tried to cast you in. You will walk out untouched, and the world will know that I am with you. Now, breathe deeply. Receive this. Pray with faith. Trust without wavering. The urgent word has reached you, and heaven's assignment is complete. God has spoken. Archangel Michael has declared, the trap is broken. You are safe. Archangel Michael says this is very serious. I contact you now, and I command you in love. Do not ignore this. You must be careful, because in the unseen, in the shadows of places where you are not present, There are voices gathering, whispers being stirred, people setting up a meeting to discuss your removal, to plot against you, to create confusion about your destiny. But I, the Lord your God, say unto you, rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. My child, you are under my divine covering. I am the one who opens doors no one can shut, and I shut doors no one can open. I know the schemes that were written in secret, the words that were spoken when you were not there to defend yourself, and I send this urgent message to warn you, not to frighten you, but to awaken you. As you are chosen, you are set apart, and the battle that rises against you now will collapse before it reaches you. You must hear this with your heart. You are not in danger the way men think of danger. Your removal was planned in the mind of those who do not understand the weight of my anointing on your life. They think they can cancel what I ordained. They think they can vote against the one whom I have chosen. But what they don't understand is that your name is written in heaven, sealed by blood, guarded by fire. No earthly vote, no whispered plot, no meeting in hidden rooms can override what I have decreed in the courts of heaven. Archangel Michael says, this is not a joke. I had to break into your moment today because time is sensitive. You have only a small window to open your heart and to listen. Be careful where you place your trust. Not every smiling face carries love. Not every hand extended in kindness holds purity. But even though they gather against you, they will stumble. Even though they plan to remove you, I will establish you. Even though they speak against you, their words will return to their own ears. You will remain unshaken. You have survived too much already for this to be your downfall. You've walked through valleys, and you've stood against storms that should have destroyed you, yet here you are. That is evidence enough that my hand is upon you. Do not fear what they are saying behind closed doors. I am in that room before they even arrive. I know the thoughts of man before they think them. I know the schemes of hearts before they even gather. They may speak of your removal, but I speak of your elevation. They may discuss ways to tear you down, but I am building you higher. They may say you are finished, but I say your beginning has only just come. Do you feel the stirring inside of you even now? That uneasiness, that awareness, that is not fear, it is the Spirit bearing witness to this truth. Heaven is alert. The angels have risen. Archangel Michael himself is dispatched on your behalf, standing at the threshold of those who try to push you out, guarding your seat, declaring in the authority of heaven, this one cannot be touched. This one is marked. This one carries the seal of God. My child, do not waste energy fighting flesh with flesh. Your battle is not against them. It is against the spirit that manipulates them. But you are not to fear even the spirit, for the authority of Christ already crushed it at the cross. You are not fighting for victory. You are fighting from victory. You are not defending your position alone. Heaven is defending you. Even now, legions of angels are stationed around your name, your work, your calling, your very breath. You may feel small in this world, but you are mighty in mine. You may feel unheard by men, but you are heard by heaven. You may feel surrounded, but truly, they are outnumbered. never when Elisha's servant trembled because of the armies around them, and yet his eyes were opened to see chariots of fire, angels blazing with swords, surrounding them on the hills. That is your reality right now. It may look like you are being cornered, but in truth, they are surrounded by heaven. I remind you, my beloved child, that I have never lost a battle. I have never failed. I have never turned my back on those who trust in me, and I will not begin with you. You will not be removed because no one can remove what I have planted. You will not be silenced because no one can mute the voice I have chosen. You will not be erased because no one can blot out what I have written. Archangel Michael leans close and says, "This is urgent, pay attention. Guard your spirit from bitterness. Guard your heart from hatred. Do not let their whispers poison your peace. Forgive quickly, but remain discerning. Show love, but do not ignore the warning. Love does not mean blindness. Compassion does not mean naivety. Be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove." They gather now, speaking of meetings, but even in their gathering I am scattering their plans. One will turn against the other. Their unity will break apart like fragile glass. The very ones who thought to join forces will end up in confusion, unable to agree. Their plan to remove you will collapse under the weight of their own division. For who can stand against the will of God? Who can cancel the one I have blessed? Who can rewrite the destiny I have sealed? Child, the enemy fears you more than you realize. That is why the resistance has increased. That is why the whispers have grown louder. That is why the schemes have multiplied. Because he knows you are close to stepping into a season of power, abundance, and breakthrough unlike anything you've known. He knows your next step is not small, it is monumental. He knows the light you are about to carry will expose too much darkness. And so he stirs men to plot against you, to talk of removing you, to conspire in places you cannot see. But I am laughing at their attempts, because I hold the final word. Be encouraged now. Lift your head. Tighten your shoulders. Do not walk as one defeated. Walk as one victorious. You are not the one being removed. You are the one being promoted. You are not the one they will erase. You are the one I will highlight. You are not the one silenced. You are the one I will amplify. What they meant for harm will become your testimony. What they meant as trap will become your triumph. What they meant to bury you will only water the soil of your future. This message comes as an urgent alarm because the hour is late. You cannot afford to ignore this. You must stay close to me. Just me more than ever before. Pray to me and I will answer you. Pour out your heart and I will fill it with peace. Draw near and I will surround you with favor. Do not let fear drive you. Let faith carry you. You are safe. You are covered. Everything will go wrong with you. Archangel Michael says, the sword of the Spirit is drawn. The enemy trembles. Demons scatter when your name is declared in heaven. No weapon formed against you will prosper. Every tongue that rises against you will fall in judgment. You will see with your own eyes the downfall of those who set themselves against your destiny. Not because you fought them in the flesh,